Hello YouTube makeup lovers. Today I wanted to do a first impression on a brand new makeup brush. I wanted to do a first impression on the Artis Oval Brush number 8. These are brushes that I have been seeing all the time on YouTube, and I've been seeing them a lot on Instagram, and I just really wanted to know what the fuss was all about, because to me they looked like really weird brushes. But I just thought to myself, well, they're enjoying it so much, people seem to love them, they seem to be so soft and amazing to apply foundation. So I jumped on the bandwagon and I bought one. I bought the Oval 8 just to test it out. So first, let me tell you a little bit about where I got it from. I found it on netaporter.com, which I'll put a link to down below. I'll put a link to the exact brush and where I got it. And it came in a really fancy box. This is the box that the brush came in. I mean, you can probably fit about 7 brushes in this box, but this is how it came in. It came in with a nice bow. It shipped really fast. This is the first time that I ever ordered from this website. And this is the brush, how it came inside. It had a bunch of paper, but I already opened it and I already did the demonstration. Now, of course, I'm filming the intro, but I did want to show you guys exactly how I received this in the mail. So the brush I'm gonna try is from the Elite collection. This is the Artis brush, the Oval 8, and this is a smoke finish. It comes in a box like this, which you will probably see again and me telling you a lot of these things again when I start the demonstration. But I was very excited about testing this brush out. It's so weird. It looks like a spoon, but let me tell you, I was very pleasantly surprised when I did the demonstration, which you will see in a little bit. So this is the brush, and I think the thing that I thought it was the strangest thing is I thought it would be very heavy, but it is very light. It's extremely light brush, so that definitely helps a lot. Let me just tell you a little bit about the brush. It says that it's made with cosmic fiber, animal-free beauty, and on the Net-a-Porter website it says all of Artis brush tools are constructed with the label's revolutionary cosmic fiber heads. The incredibly dense and soft filaments are designed to impeccably blend makeup. Part of the Elite Smoke collection, this Oval 8 brush, slightly smaller version of the Oval 10, is designed with a tilted handle for precise application of your favorite foundation, contour, or blush. So they have a ton of these brushes. They have them for foundation, eyeshadow, blush, concealer, finishing powder, shimmer, bronzing powder, even for skincare. They have a whole line. So this is what I saw when I bought the brush, and I kind of thought that it was going to be silver, but it's not. The Smoke collection, it's like slightly more like nickeled out. Looks a little purpley, but they have a ton of these. They have a ton of these on this website. It says it's good for sensitive skin, for use with liquid and powder foundation, or liquid and powder products is pretty much what they want to say. So the brush was $65 and I got free shipping. It shipped really fast. It took like 5 days for me to get here. So today is the first time that I actually tested out with my foundation, and I just thought it'd be a good idea just to film myself while I test it out to give you guys my first impressions. So let's get started with the demonstration of the Artis Oval 8 brush. Ready to try out this Artis brush. This is the Oval 8 brush from the Elite collection, and I got the smoke finish. So this is the box that it came in. Back of the box looks like this. And let's start with the demo. This is how it came in. This is the very first time that I even tried this brush. So I got the smoke finish, and I kind of did that by accident. I didn't really mean to get the smoke finish. I kind of wanted silver, but I guess on the page it looks silver. But I do remember that it did say smoke finish. So see, that's how it looks. It kind of looks like a little like a dark purpley color. But I mean, it's still nice. This is very light. Like at first I was like, oh, this is kind of flimsy. I don't know why. Since I saw it, it kind of looks like a spoon. I kind of felt that it would be very heavy, but I guess it's good that it's not, because you know, sometimes I do notice when some brushes are heavier than others, and I actually prefer them to be lighter. So this is what it looks like. It has like a little grip area here, handle, where it says the brand. And I mean, it really does look like a spoon. As far as size, this is the 8, so this covers like a lot of my cheek. They have the 10. I just feel like the 10 would be so big, but I mean the 8, I don't know. That's how it would look on my cheek. It is very light. I am curious how the Oval 6 is, like what the size difference is, because I would, if I love it, I only got one because I was just very skeptical. They're not cheap, but I'm very you know, curious how the 6 is and how it would be on foundation that you're supposed to like glide it on. Apparently you're not really supposed to like pat them, which is how I would normally put on my foundation with a regular brush. I would normally like pat it and like circular motions. This you're kind of supposed to drag it. So very, very soft. So this is what it looks like when it goes this way, this way. So yeah, so let's get started. I already applied face cream, which I use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, and I also use the Pore-fessional for primer. So let's get started with the foundation. For today, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation just because I haven't used this foundation in a really long time, and I have the shade Worn Nude. So I'm just kind of going to dot it on my, I pumped 2 pumps onto my hand. Oh my god, I'm kind of nervous about trying this foundation out. I mean, not foundation, brush, because it was not cheap. Okay, so the brush, let's see. So I am dragging it. It's supposed to like not suck up so much foundation. It is like, it's actually easier than I thought. Like I just applied foundation all over that area in less than 30 seconds. It just feels good. I could be like this all day long. See? Okay. I definitely think that I'm good with the oval 8. I don't see that I need a bigger blush to apply this. A bigger brush to apply foundation. Okay, I just applied foundation so fast. I'm done. So fast and flawlessly. These are like the weirdest shaped brushes, but man, they work. I can't picture me using the eye ones though. They have some eye brushes like this. Like, how do you apply eye makeup with a brush like this? Really only curious about the face ones. Okay, well, like this applied like amazingly. I really think that as soon as I finish filming this video, I'm gonna go online and buy the 6. Wow. Just went on so nice. I'm gonna put another layer on just because I feel like having another layer of foundation on. You don't even need to like know how to apply makeup to use this. It's just like so easy. Something I should probably get my mom. I bought her brushes from Sigma, like a whole case, and she never uses them. I don't really think she knows what is for what. She just uses her hands. So I feel like this would just be so easy for her. Just like brush this all over your face and you're good to go. Well, I'm very happy with how this applies. It feels so good on the face. It's like amazing. It just looks flawless. I feel like my skin looks even with this brush. I am really excited. I can't believe that I like it so much. I was so skeptical, like, how in the world am I gonna apply foundation with that brush? Okay, let's test this out for concealer. I mean, I feel like it's like a little bit big for concealer, but why not? Let's try it out with this brush just to see, you know, how it works. So the concealer is on my face. I already applied it just for the sake of not making this video too long, and I highlighted a little bit. So now let's see how this works. I just think this is like, okay, I'm not supposed to do that, right? It's like, it's hard to break the habit. And it blends in great, but I do think that this is too big for concealer because I feel like I need to like go in there and really like blend it in with like another brush. So I don't like this brush for concealer because obviously it's too big. I don't know if this is one of the ones that they recommend for concealer. I think this one is more for, it says the oval 8 is slightly smaller than the oval 10 and has hundreds of thousands of fibers in an oval shape to provide application to a large area of the face. This patented brush is perfect to apply a foundation or a setting powder to the entire face, or apply and blend bronzing or highlighting powders to entire areas of the face. But we can try and use it for powder too. But I think it's too big for foundation, but I do like, for concealer, but I do like the way it's like rubbing it in. I just feel the need to like get in there a little bit closely like I would with like a brush like this, just to make sure that everything is nicely blended. I kind of just want to keep on rubbing it all over my face because it just feels so good. So first I'm just going to go ahead and set my concealer. And then we're going to apply powder over my face with that brush. Just because I want to test it out like it will be for powder. So I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. And it's true that like it didn't waste all that much product. I'm just going to like wipe it a little bit on a towel. Oh, by the way, this is pretty like flexible. It's pretty flexible, it moves. So I kind of wiped it off on a towel, but it is true what they say that, you don't really waste any product. I feel like sometimes with a regular brush, you tend to like waste product because the brush sucks it in, and these aren't supposed to really suck it in, and I feel like that is true. So I'm just gonna rub it on here, I guess. I don't know, I feel like I'm more of a person who likes to slightly dust the powder. And I feel with this, you probably grab a little bit more powder. But it worked nicely. This must be really good with like powder foundation. So that you can get like if you don't want to do like regular foundation, maybe like with my cocoa powder foundation, it might work nicely because it might give you like a better coverage with a brush like this. So I feel like I would want to use this more with a powder foundation than with a regular setting powder, because right now I apply foundation and I'm very into dusting the setting powder very, very lightly, and I feel that with this you kind of pack it on a little bit more, because I feel that I did pack it on a little bit more. It does go in nicely and it does spread in nicely, but I feel like I would mainly use this more for foundations. And I would try it out with my cocoa powder foundation from Too Faced, just because sometimes, I don't want to go with a liquid foundation, but I do want a little bit extra coverage, and I feel that with this brush, this will be perfect because, when you apply the powder like this, it's not as light as you would apply it if you use like a nice fluffy brush. So I think that I'm just going to stick with this for foundations, and maybe a powder foundation when I want more coverage on my face. But I feel like with a regular powder, I just like to lightly sweep some powder on my face to set my foundation, and I still prefer to use something like this with a regular powder brush. So all in all, I was really impressed with this brush. It was so soft when I applied the foundation on. Definitely something that I would continue to use with foundation. And like I mentioned earlier, I do want to test it out with the cocoa powder foundation, because I like to use the cocoa powder foundation for a little bit more coverage than when I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I think I'm going to stick to using the setting powders with a regular brush, because I really do not like to pack on the powder when I do use a lot of foundation. I just kind of want to like lightly dust it just to set it. So I think I'm going to stick with this brush just for that, for foundation, and maybe for the powder foundation. But I love how it glided. You can put on your foundation so fast. That's like one of the things that I was so impressed about, and I just really, really enjoyed it. This is the 8. I'm so curious. I don't think I want the 10. Do you guys have the 10? If you have the 10, let me know how much bigger it is than the 8. They say that it's slightly bigger, but I really don't think that I would need the 10, but I would like to buy one. Like as soon as I finish this, I am gonna go buy the 6, I think, because I think the 6 would be great for the concealer. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna do with these brushes, because I just do not see myself using them for the eyes or just buying a bunch of these type of brushes I mean, who knows? But yes, I'm really liking it. I loved it. I can't wait to use it more. So it's so nice and soft, and I think it's just like a really funky concept. So I'm really glad that I tested it out. So I'm gonna try to get the number 6 and do some research on the other sizes. But very, very excited about my Artis Oval 8 brush, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this first impression video. And as always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching Be Lounge Makeup. Bye.